welcome back to Night After Night. I'm Allan Havey, and tonight my special guests are a very funny gentlemen from Canada who have been described as the new wave of comedy for the 90s. Three of the kids in the hall: Scott Thompson, Dave Foley, and Kevin McDonald. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Now, where are the other two guys?
Who cares?
They're no longer the future of comedy.
Yeah.
We send them packing.
We thought they were new. They turned out to be old guard.
Yeah, they turned out to be real hacks.
Yeah.
Well, I have noticed you guys do carry the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is very true.
Yeah.
And are they in Canada now?
The dead weight are back in Toronto.
The dead weight are flying there right now.
They're probably on an
They haven't been
airplane
tossed.
right now. Yeah.
So now, what are you doing in New York now? What brings you down here?
Dinner.
Dinner.
We came down to have dinner with our boss.
Lorne Michaels?
Yeah.
Now, were you fans of, now he produces your show. When did he see you guys first?
Fall of '86.
Oh yeah, he's.
A year before I saw you, fall of '87.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
That's very weird.
Yeah, fall's a great time for comedy, isn't
Fall
it?
is a great comedy time.
It's the leaves. It's something with colors. Colors.
It's very romantic, too.
And now, how did he approach you? Did he, that was 86.
He asked us for a date.
Yeah.
Actually,
And?
He was very charming.
He's very sexy, he's very polite.
he didn't go too far. He went to back off.
He knew the right things
Yeah.
to say, the right gifts.
Oh, and he could dance.
Oh, he played up with the violin.
So.
I've heard this about Lorne, but I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
He's a good dancer.
Oh,
Very good
very
dance.
good.
Very light in his feet.
Yeah.
Very light in his feet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is this where...
He's funny too. Oh, you made us laugh.
Well, he's Canadian.
He's Canadian.
Yeah.
He had to be funny.
There seems to be a lot of comedy from Canada.
Yes.
Is it a funny country?
No, it's like really bleak. That's why the people are kind of funny, I guess. It's there's a lot to make fun of, I guess.
Well, there's America, for one thing.
Yeah, well that
Now,
certainly
see,
helps.
we have a few Canadian jokes. Are there any American jokes?
Well, yeah.
I'm sure there are.
I think so.
Well, let's hear it.
You're all American. You're hardly going to tell American
I'm
jokes.
sure there are.
When you went out with Lorne that night, was that what inspired Buddy Cole?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, because he's wildly effeminate.
You're gonna get. You're gonna get fired.
He puts on a brave face on TV, but man, it's
That's
so
becoming part of our
effeminate.
past
I
right
couldn't
now.
believe it. We just, Lorne, really?
Get to the airport.
While we're busy trashing Lorne Michaels, let's take a look at a clip of Buddy Cole, the Kids in the Hall. This is Scott,
AKA Lorne.
a.k.a. Lorne. Okay, let's take a look at the clip. Scott Thompson and Dave Cole?
Dave
Foley. Buddy Cole. Now, how did you come up with that character, seriously? I mean, was that something you just played with for a while? Because you guys started at the Moose Theater?
The
other two guys
the other two did.
Yeah, Moose Moose started theater sports, but we were all
Yeah.
in theater
Toronto
sports in
Theater
Toronto, which was sort of a different wing of it.
And how did you all hook up?
Through theater sports. Mark and Bruce were in a group in Calgary,
Yeah.
and Kevin and I were in a group in Toronto, and
Oh, jeez.
You were the last one to
That was
join.
really
That was the
pathetic.
last one.
yeah.
So you just
Like I was one of those pathetic out-of-work actors, slash security guard in Toronto, until I saw these guys.
He was the only guy in our audience.
Yeah.
He kept
Now,
bugging.
what are theater sports? What
putting a shadow on
you
you.
might want to explain that to some people that don't know.
Theater
Dave?
sports.
I'm talking to you, Dave.
Pay attention in class.
I'm shadowing Kevin.
That's fine, the shadow's good.
Theater sports is an improvisational comedy game.
That combines the elements of theater and sports in 1 hour.
And you have two teams of improvisers, and you have various improv structures, and you challenge one another to.
And if it's boring, you get zeros.
And the audience has foam bricks that they get to whip at you if they don't like you.
Yeah, and you get points, and then you get to win if you're.
Well, the audience
Yeah,
doesn't like it,
very
they
exciting.
yell boring. Boring!
They can yell boring.
Yeah.
Now, how are Canadian audiences as compared to American? Have you played live down here? Have you done any live?
We were here 5 months, actually.
Fall of '87.
Lorne brought us down for like 5 months.
Yeah.
Sort of set us up here for a while.
Okay, we'll be right back with the Kids in the Hall right after this.
Where are we going?
We're going away. Hi, welcome back to Night After Night. I'm with Scott Thompson, Dave Foley, and Kevin McDonald, three of the Kids from the Hall. Now, who thought of the name?
Dave tells that story
Okay,
the
actually,
best.
the name
Kids in the Hall?
I guess Luch actually came up
Yeah,
with
Luch
it.
did
A guy,
it.
one of the original members of the group who left a number of years ago came up with a name, and it was we had been supposedly hired to do some really bad TV show, and this producer told us a story which is probably not true and definitely dull.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Apparently, Jack Benny in his radio days, would walk into the to the studio, and the hallways would be lined with men who would shout out jokes to him.
Man, really?
Wow, that's so dumb.
And if Jack liked a joke, and Jack was often a man who would like a joke.
What would Jack do if he did like a joke?
He would pay them $5.
And then, Father, what happened?
That's probably a lot of money back then.
Well, back then.
Yeah.
Oh, but the things you could buy for $5.
What could you buy?
You could get a whore.
You get an oar.
A whore.
An oar. Yeah. For $5.
Yep. And you can just row your boat home with your whore.
So finish the story. I can't finish.
Oh, and those people
Later became
in the
people like
legend
those
of
whores
like
later
Mel
became
Brooks and Carl Reiner and Katie Fields.
Kids in the Hall.
Yeah. Okay.
Kids in the Hall.
That's great. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. Now, we were talking earlier about Lorne Michaels, but when he approached you knew who he was?
Oh,
Were you
yeah.
fans of Saturday Night
yes,
Live?
yes.
Do you think that influenced your careers?
Well, when I was 14 and it came on, I had no life, so I stayed home every Saturday night and I watched every Saturday night, and I would say yes, it influenced my career.
Yeah.
There used to be a movie usher?
Yeah,
We
Dave
were
and I
both
used to be
the
movie
ushers
ushers, yeah.
Or in Toronto?
In Toronto,
Yeah.
Carlton Cinemas.
Yeah, sort of an art house. It's like a Cineplex Odeon. It was their art house theater. I imagine they have one here in New York somewhere.
Somewhere they do. But now, I understand you guys got into trouble. You got fired, or...
I got fired for opening the door to an inspector who was undercover because I didn't ask for his ticket. And he came in and he was holding popcorn. So I just said, sure, you can go in. I don't have to see your ticket. I don't see anybody's ticket. Go right in. That's fine. Tell everyone, hey, just come in any time. I'll be in the washroom. And he turned out to be an inspector.
And didn't you drop out of school? Or I think all you guys...
University, I was kicked out of school.
You were kicked out. What were you kicked out for? What'd you do?
Discipline problems, whatever that means. I was a bit of an, I can't say that word. I was a jerk. Yeah.
A screw-up.
Yeah. A screw-up.
A misfit.
And basically all you guys kind of got kicked out of like school, or couldn't cope with school, or...
Couldn't go.
Yeah.
Couldn't go.
Couldn't
Well, I'm
go.
trying to leave a nice word, but you
I'm the only high school dropout, though.
He dropped out.
dropped
like,
out of high school.
Yeah, he didn't even
Yeah,
finish.
it wasn't so much dropout. I just sort of gradually went less and less often.
Phased out.
Remember,
They
kids,
phased
you don't
him
need
out.
high school to succeed in comedy.
No. Or
You
in
know where the camera is, don't
Yeah,
you?
well, not really. Remember, kids, you don't need high school.
But all right, now let's get back to some of your early influences. Besides Saturday Night Live when you were younger, did you watch a lot of
There's
obvious...
a woman over here with like a Flintstones camera.
Yeah, unbelievable. There's a loose pterodactyl. It's not working.
It's made of
the
cardboard.
pterodactyl's
I know
over
it's made
there.
of cardboard.
It's like 7 feet in diameter.
Unbelievable. But look at the size of her eye. It's huge.
Wait, come on, so they know what you're talking about. Come on out here.
What
Put the camera up.
All right.
Put the camera up, show them the camera.
Shouldn't you have like a
That's an
black
old
sheet over
brownie,
it?
isn't it? It's an old brownie.
Girl Scout.
I'm Allan Havey. This is Night After Night. I think I'm here with the kids in the hall, at least most of the kids in the hall. Right now we're going to see a clip from their show on HBO. Also, they're going to be on the Comedy Channel. Comedy Channel.
Yeah.
Comedy
in
Camel
April.
over here.
And let's take a
competing
look at that
directly with
clip
Comedy
right
Channel.
now. You guys got me going. Chamel. Welcome back to Night After Night. I'm with the kids in the hall, Scott Thompson, Dave Foley, and Kevin McDonald, 3 of the kids in the hall. Now, you guys, all of you write? All 5 of you write? Now, how do you do that? Do you write together? Do you break up? Because, like, Monty Python will break up 2, 2, and 2. How do you guys do it?
Yeah, Python, they had like real set teams. We sort of just, it varies. We all write in different combinations. We write alone. Very, very occasionally we'll write all 5 of us together.
Yeah. That's called a miracle.
Yeah. The church comes in and actually declares it a miracle.
And one of us is saint.
And then throw the crutches away at the side.
It's like if I have an idea and Scott's in the office, and Scott will probably help me with the idea, and it's like...
So
It's really more, yeah.
In the office, so that you were an usher, I mean, a high school dropout, now you've got an office?
Yeah, it's the whole
And
office.
staff.
Now, and
That's
staff.
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
So you're also doing it for HBO
Yeah.
and the CBC.
CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.
And it's going to be on the Comedy Channel.
The Comedy Channel.
Camel. Yeah.
And now how did you go? I mean, I used to do unstructured comedy. Basically, you did improvisation. How did you get into a more structured form? Did it evolve slowly, or did you just sit down and just write pieces before you went
But
on?
we were always bad at improv.
We got really sick of doing improv.
It's just that we wanted to be in front of an audience, so that was the only way we could do it.
And our scenes always, I mean, it's kind of, we didn't exactly improvise our way through our show. We just didn't have them really written
Yeah, we didn't
on
have the
paper.
time.
No paper.
So we like always knew the skeletons of scenes and stuff, but so we would improvise within the structure of the scene.
There were no papers or pens in Toronto for about 3 years.
3 years, it was
Yeah.
unbelievable, which was good for us because it made us
the big
really
embargo.
tough. We learned a lot.
The graphite embargo.
And we just started writing it down on paper because I guess we wanted to make it.
Well,
I
we
guess.
didn't start writing our sketches down on paper till we had a TV show.
Till we had our special, yeah.
But
we got an office
Producers
with
wanted
some
to
office
see it on
supplies.
paper.
Because we had all the stuff in our heads.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
our club shows were always like written stuff. We'd usually use improv as filler when we didn't have enough ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of improv.
There was
Yeah.
a show one night, I remember you pulled a liver out of your mouth. You like coughed up your own liver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And are you able to do something like that live? Do you find that you're restricted when you do a live show, or do you prefer television? Do you prefer one or the other?
Oh, I prefer television because the liver thing couldn't be done live. So I guess I prefer television.
Really?
Good night.
Because of that? Because of that shallow reason?
Good night.
That's so petty. I had no idea you were such a petty man. You're like,
You don't need me.
you're vacant.
You're the more
There's
colorful
nothing
one.
there.
Where's my teddy bear? Go to...
It's true though. He doesn't have a defined character like you.
No, I don't.
No, exactly. I have a
sorry.
persona.
What?
I have a goddamn persona, Alan.
I know. Well, that's that Canadian persona that only people with colored money can have. You okay, Kev? All right.
No, forget him.
Well, this is a character he did when you guys at the bank loan. Is that coming up now?
The bank loan?
Not right now, but later in the show we're going to show that.
Oh, good. That's what I'm right.
That's
Very
the
funny.
three of you, You're in that.
Very funny.
yeah, Mark.
I want to talk more about performing on television as opposed to clubs and all kinds of things. We'll be
We
back
didn't say
soon with the Kids in the Hall. Stick around.
Are you saying we didn't say anything that they said?
Welcome back to Night After Night. I'm Allan Havey with Scott Thompson, Dave Foley, Kevin McDonald, 3/5 of the Kids in the Hall. And now we're going to take a look at the Chain Gang piece. Now, you guys shoot before a live audience?
Yep.
Yeah.
All your skits you
Well,
shoot?
it's 60% live and
All the-
about 40
Film.
and 30% film.
And 10% credits.
Credit.
Yeah, we do the show in front of a live audience, pretty much like a live show, and we have films that we shoot ahead of time and we run for the studio audience.
Yeah, and sometimes they go in and out. Live studio, then to a film, then back to live studio.
And we have a rock band,
Shadowy
so when
Man.
we're changing.
Shadowy
when
Man.
changes,
Who do all our music.
From on a shadowy planet.
The best rock group in Toronto.
Now, what about movies? You guys have any movies coming up? Or
No.
any? You don't?
We'd like to.
No movies, no.
We don't have the time, I guess.
Don't pout.
All right.
You don't have to be ashamed of it.
No, everybody else.
would be
The
nice.
other hack
Or the
in
picture
America's
deal.
got a movie.
Every other hack in America does have a movie.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at Chain Gang. Here, Kids in the Hall. Let's take a look at this clip. Let's roll out.
Okay.
It's good.
Welcome back to Night After Night. I'm here with Kevin McDonald, Dave Foley, and Scott Thompson, the Kids in the Hall. You guys, when you started out, in what year was that?
The five of us, we started the fall of '84.
The fall of '84. And for a while there, I was reading you had a cult following of fans.
Of
Yeah.
3 people. Big
3
fan.
people.
3 people, yay!
Yeah.
They actually like the band The Cult and us.
And so it started growing now. Do you still have, do those fans ever come up to you now that...
You sold out.
Do they come up and say that?
You were much funnier on stage.
yeah.
Where you just wore sweaters.
Yeah. How come your women have tits now? You know, things like that.
Uh-huh.
That's a word we can say on commercial.
You can say that.
Yeah,
can't you?
women have zits, men have zits. We all have zits,
Yeah.
sure.
What's he talking about? What does he mean, zit?
It's like the czar.
Oh.
T is pronounced Z.
So now, I'm sure you must have like groupies or fans or...
We have fans, yeah.
We have a lot of people who write to us. We should say hello to what's her face? Jennifer Avery. Yeah.
Hi.
In
She's our-
Marietta, Georgia.
She's written us like
Thanks for all the letters.
30, 40 letters.
Yeah.
And while you're at, say hello to Ellen Boyles, who writes
Hello,
to
Ellen.
this show and begged
Alan
us
Boyles.
to have you on the show.
Hi, Ellen.
Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Ellen.
Alan.
Thank you, Ellen.
Oh, you're quick,
Yeah,
Alan.
the camera's up there.
Hey, there's a woman up there!
How's your foot? Your foot okay?
That's better, thank you.
Now, we were talking earlier and you kind of got off the track, but who were some of your early influences on comedy, Scott? I mean...
Pinky Lee.
Pinky Lee and
Andy Devine.
Andy Devine.
The guy who played Festus.
Festus.
Yeah.
William Frawley. Desmond Tutu.
Andy Davis.
Andy Davis.
And Louise Lasser.
The team, Bambi Davis and Louise Lasser.
Oh, they were great involved.
They were much better when
I didn't know they worked together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're golden years when
Louise
they work
Lasser
together.
was the straight man.
Yeah.
Can you believe
Strangely
it?
enough.
Oh, you wouldn't recognize Anne from the old days.
Really? What was she like? Svelte?
Oh, beautiful, funny. I mean, a beautiful, funny woman, as they say, is a very rare thing, and Anne B. Davis had it.
Yeah.
She had a mustache went all the way around her head. Glorious.
Like a hairy halo.
Yeah. And it hit a dueling scar.
Yeah. She had to grow it.
Okay, we got about 30 seconds. Dave,
Yes.
early influences?
Ellie? Everything.
Everything?
Pretty much everything.
Okay, okay,
You know,
good.
all
okay.
comedy.
Thanks a lot. We'll be right back with the Kids in the Hall. That is the end of our first hour here on Night After Night. We'll be back with more Kids in the Hall. We're going out to a clip of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go out to a clip of them. This is one talking about Tony.
Yeah.
This is Night After Night. We'll see you next hour.
Enjoy the clip.
Allan Havey coming at you. Nighttime, New York City. Yeah.
The Kids in the Hall. Scott Thompson, Dave Foley, Kevin McDonald. Do you like New York? You're going to come down here more? Are you going to tour? Have you ever thought of going on a live tour? Has Lauren talked to you about that? Or?
Yeah, we talk about it constantly.
But we just don't have the time right now.
We'd love to. But when we get canceled, hopefully
Yeah.
we'll tour. The
So
loser
watch.
tour, they'll call it.
Yeah.
And we'll be there live.
Free up some of our time.
But we do actually hope to come to New York and
And
do
do
a
some
show
shows, yeah.
here just in the next little while. Cause
In a little while, or
Yeah.
little while.
how many?
You killed us with a grandiose gesture.
A little while.
Scott comes from a strong pantomime tradition.
I like Carol
I
Merrill.
started in Dick Whittington and his hat.
How many shows do you do a season for CBC?
20 shows.
20 shows.
20
And
shows.
HBO
20
and,
shows.
and the Comedy Channel.
20 shows.
20 shows.
20 shows. Okay.
We're
Yeah.
gonna, let's take a look now at a clip from the Kids in the Hall where we'll talk when we come back.
Can we see it?
Yeah, let's see the clip. Scott Thompson, Dave Foley, and Kevin McDonald, the Kids in the Hall. You look damn good as a brunette.
Thank you very much.
Now, were those characters you did, the mopey characters, was that something that came from your live show or from your early days? Or?
From an airplane.
It was written it was written for the show. It was like
In an airplane, when the stewardess was ignoring us, we started doing moping
flying back
shtick,
from Nashville. We were just,
followed by
Where we
notable
belong.
words. This could be a sketch.
You were,
let's get the paper.
and of course they had paper on the plane there, but you were in Nashville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Grand
now?
Ole
How
Opry.
did what, Grand Old
God.
Opry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Oh, we were down.
Please,
We
don't
were
know.
down for this big.
What a
It was a
disaster.
convention. It was a convention of college bookers. I don't know. Have you ever been to one of those?
Yeah.
And they held it in Opryland, and we were down there. And it's like a hotel full of 2,000 drunk teenagers thinking they're in showbiz.
Yeah, more conservative than their parents.
It was amazing. They were all wandering around saying, I could really get you guys something.
Yeah.
You know.
And we opened with Buddy, and then
And here I am, I'm like doing like
In
an
Nashville.
effeminate gay talking about his black lover.
Yeah.
You know, and where is it? Georgia?
Nashville,
Opry?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. And they
thousands of kids are going,
they
shut
didn't-
up, shut up.
shut up! We don't buy it. So it was an awful experience.
Well, we had a great experience having you on the show tonight. Anything coming up you guys want to you plug or talk about? Anybody you want to trash?
Well, no.
No.
It would be
Just
just
each
so
other.
obvious.
It's our pithy television series.
On HBO,
On
and
HBO.
CBC, and going to be seen soon on
Comedy Channel.
Thank you very much. This is Night After Night, and we'll be back without these guys after this.